Would God ever put women as the head of men in a church?
God
yes
will put whoever he wants, whether it's male or female, whoever he wants.
Is that scripture?
I'm not going to debate on that, sir.
But I brought preachers in so that you guys can help me to help the folks.
I'm finished.
Jesse Lee Peterson dismantles these woke pastors as he questions this beta male why women are allowed to be pastors when it's against scripture, and this soy boy does not want to answer as he tries so hard to hold these women up on a pedestal as these two ignore the word they claim to follow of their own religion. Let's get in.
Pastor Maurice, a lot of men nowadays are married to women who are preaching and ministering and doing those kind of things. But what I'm hearing is that those women are very difficult to deal with because they feel like a man. You know, they think they're as a man is. And so a lot of relationships are not working out. How should men handle women who think that they've been called by God and they're trying to be pastors and they are difficult to deal with? What should the men do?
First of all, they should go to God, ask God. And ask
and then
God
when
to
God
show
say
them,
no, they're not called by Him.
To show them her. And that's what I had to do. Because I can't say that she can't preach the word or teach the word. I can't do that. Only God can. So, and we have that connection. If God showed her, I'm going to God and say, God, what did you show her? And God showed me what he showed her. And so that's how we came together.
Is that in the scriptures?
Yeah, you got prophets, women prophetess, double,
yes,
prophetess, double.
But is there anywhere in the scriptures where God called women to be heads, be preachers and pastors and ministers? I'm just asking.
They could be. Who was the first one that ministered to Jesus?
No, I'm asking you.
No. I'm asking you.
Is there
who the first one ministered to Jesus?
You're my expert. Is that in the scripture?
Anybody.
There's no woman
that's called by God.
Greek or Jew.
Do you hear me? You hear my question?
Did you hear me?
No. Did you hear my? I'm just saying. Do you understand the question that I'm asking?
I understand the question.
For the record, is there anywhere, Anita, in the scriptures where God called women to be pastors and preachers and teachers and all that?
Well, they're in scripture. They're there as ministers. It says in there's no man, no woman, no Greek, no Jew. You know, just because he's a man don't mean that he is called. He might not be willing. And if he's not willing and that woman is willing, do you think that the Lord is going to, the kingdom, that he's going to stop it?
You still not answer my question. For the sake of helping relationships to work, is there anywhere in the scriptures where it says God called women to be preachers and pastors and reverends and all those things? Is that scripture? If so, where?
No, but he also said, if he didn't say it for men.
Are you saying no,
either.
It's not in the Bible?
Is nowhere specific where he said you have to be a certain gender.
No.
That's what I'm saying. You're
That's not
saying,
my question, though.
But you're saying if there is in there,
this
is that in the Bible?
Nowhere.
It's not in the Bible, right?
It's not in the Bible
okay,
for no
so
particular
then
person.
Why are women doing it, and why are the husbands allowing it to happen? If they are men of God, why are they allowing the women to do things that God didn't ask them to do or made it possible for them to do?
Because when the Lord said that men are the head, he said over the household.
He didn't say
now,
that.
Over the home. Like you said, over the wife, as you said, over the household.
No,
I mean the house.
household.
I keep saying household.
Yeah.
The wife,
right.
And over, the kids. But that's in that situation.
So
now,
nowhere
what does he
in the
say about the
Bible
gospel?
where women are called to be pastors. Why is it happening?
Because,
they're willing.
like I saw, like the Bible said, it's like I'm gonna stick to the word, bro, because it's like.
But that's not in the word.
Wait a minute,
folks. Jesse Lee Peterson is asking a simple question: is it in the Bible? Yes or no? And these two refuse to answer. Now, I'll admit I haven't read the whole Bible myself, but I also get the feeling that these two woke pastors haven't either. Because anyone that I've ever known that has actually like really read it, pastors and so forth, right? They can articulate it very well. These two can't do any of that. Like they literally can't do any of that. And this guy just seems so absolutely soft. And to think that this woman tries to justify, oh, well, that's how it is at the home. But then I get to be in the church and tell that guy how he needs to run his home. No, absolutely not. It's not in the scripture for women to be pastors. And the religion itself comes from the Father. It comes from the Father's point of view and mindset, which women do not possess. Women and men lead vastly different lives, and the perception of everything in those lives is different, and that's why it has to be taken from a man's point of view, and women cannot do that. But folks, hit that like button if you think these two woke pastors are full of BS, and let's get back in.
Listen what I'm saying. I ain't gonna be argumentative.
No, listen, I'm trying to get some answers. You guys won't
no.
give me the answers,
No.
so I'm trying to just make sure I'm clear.
Because that's
not in the Bible.
listen,
Why is it happening?
That's not what we do, and that's not what I'm here for. Okay, what I'm saying is this: few are called to do this work that we do, whether it's male or female. If God called you, He's gonna anoint you to do it, no matter if you're a male or female. And I've seen some women pastors that's on fire for God, and it's making an impact. And it's not because, oh wow, I gave them a chance. Men didn't give women chances.
So you're not answering the question. You said it's not scripture. Why is it happening?
It's happening because if God called them, they're gonna do what God said.
But God's not
no
calling
matter
them.
what, no
There's
matter
no
what,
proof that God is calling them.
you gotta have that relationship.
Okay,
bro.
so let me ask this way. In order for a woman to be a pastor or preacher or reverend or whatever they are, they will have to be the head over men in churches, right? Would God ever put the woman as the head of man?
In a church.
Yes.
Well, my thing is, and what I have experienced is that I believe that when there is a couple, I believe, and if that's a man of God, allow him to be the man of God and the head. Now, if there is no one there, and if there is a woman of God that is doing what God is telling her to do, and to preach the gospel, to speak the word, to speak life into people, I can't say whether yay or nay is that right or wrong.
So would God ever put women, the head over men in a church?
I'm not the judge.
Is there anywhere in the scriptures where He said He would
I'm
do
not
that?
the judge.
What do you say to that question?
It's like this.
Would God ever put women as the head of men in a church?
God will
Yes or
put
no?
whoever He wants,
What-
whether
is
it's
that
male or
scripture?
female, whoever He wants.
Is that scripture?
I'm not going to debate on that, sir.
But
I'm not
I brought preachers in so that you guys can help me to help the
I'm
folks.
finished.
We got to
I'm
we
finished
have
with
to we have to stick, and we have to
Yeah.
stay on a firm foundation.
Exactly.
And
That's
the
what we
reason
tried
why
to do.
I don't touch certain things because it's not my place. God does things, and I don't get in that. I can't tell you why on certain things. I let God deal with that. That's not my place. I do what God called me to do. And I stay in my lane with that, with what God
But
tells
I
me
can
to.
tell you that God doesn't do that.
God
doesn't put women over men. He's not going to change His order of God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman.
right.
And just because women want to do it, that doesn't mean we have to accept it as being the right thing. And their husbands should not allow their wife to do it because He is the Christ. And by Him allowing His wife to do something like that, He's not protecting His wife from evil. He's allowed that order to be broken. And that's why it's not in the scriptures, because it's not of God.
Jesse Lee Peterson is exactly right. It's not in scripture and it's not of God. Absolutely not. This woman claims they want to be on a firm foundation. There is no order in whatever this church that these two woke pastors came from that I can see, because they can't answer a question, right? She talks about a firm foundation, but there's certain things that are not her place. And none of this is written anywhere. None of this is recognized. But like men are still on top, but women can still do this. Like there is no actual structure, and that's why it doesn't work. No, these people have no idea what they're talking about. And the worst thing is they're preaching this nonsense to other people. They are spreading this messed up, regurgitated nonsense that they're spewing, and they're literally ignoring the book they claim to follow. Folks, it is crazy what these wokesters are doing to Christianity, and I'm just glad Jesse Lee Peterson is calling these people out, because it's an absolute joke. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Jesse Lee Peterson had to say, dismantling these two woke pastors who know nothing about what they claim to preach. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.